I'm a mom of three. Um, Also have pets. I love. I'm really passionate about healthcare. Before I started this before I took the CanScribe medical transcriptionist program at CanScribe, sorry, um, I was a care aide, but juggling, working outside of the home, trying to take care of my kids, manage our household, all of the things, really challenging. And so when I heard about this program through CanScribe, I was like, oh, this is it. I can have the best of both worlds. I can be in healthcare. I can still raise my kids, not feel like I'm missing out on anything, not have, I mean, as parents, we have guilt. It's not going to change. But at least now knowing having just that relief that I can work at home, now I feel like I'm more prepared. I can juggle both things a bit better and I don't have to sacrifice doing what I absolutely love, which is being in healthcare. Um, I'm I'm so excited. Words can't describe, as you can tell.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
so
what I have.
awesome. It sounds like you're the type of person who just cares, full stop, period. You have your family, you've got, obviously you're going to care for your kids, like that's a no-brainer, but then you also take that, it sounds like that same level of caring for other people in the healthcare industry.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely love it. There's no feeling to describe it. It's so rewarding knowing that you're helping someone else and brightening their day. Whether that's, I mean, now it is transcribing. Before it was, yeah, caring for somebody in person and trying to, joke with them and brighten their day.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so awesome. I love that when I mean, I'm lucky enough that we see it all the time with students who are kind of in similar positions where they just care, and it's so nice. I love working with students personally in the program who are like that because it just makes it so much easier to, communicate our assistance to them, I guess, if that makes any sense.
Oh, that makes complete sense. Yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite part of the program that you can remember?
Oh, goodness. Actually, I enjoyed all of it. I can't really say that there was a downside. The only thing that I found was a little bit challenging was um, longer reports because I'm I'm sure we're all hard critics. I feel like I'm the worst on myself. And I'm like, oh no, I'm taking so long. When in reality, I know I really wasn't because we're learning something new. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Um, but I enjoyed everything. I think, oh, finally, when I got to dictating reports, I would say that was my favorite, the part that I enjoyed the most. I enjoyed all of it, but I really did enjoy when I finally got to transcribing reports.
That seems to be the consensus. The doing the actual work, it always seems to be the most fun part.
Yes.
Now, did you take advantage of the student support?
I didn't. I just felt I know it was there and I kept getting reminders and I really did appreciate that. I just every time I had a thought of, oh, I'm going to join on, um, I would struggle with juggling, with my kids or house stuff and just trying to stay um, focused on sticking to my timeline, which unfortunately didn't happen. But I'm so grateful that you guys at CanScribe were so understanding and so supportive. It really helped me keep going.
Yeah, and that's what we always like to do with our support. Like, it's there. We want you to know that it's there, but you don't have to use it. And we have students on both ends of the spectrum. Some never call us once. Like, they enroll, they do the whole program and graduate, and we're like, hey, we never even spoke to you. And then we have other students who call in literally every day. So, it's totally fine to us. We just want students to know that we're here if you need us.
Yes, which is great. And I really appreciated the check ins. I would get a check-in every couple weeks, and that was great. And just knowing that I could call you guys whenever I needed and that the instructors were available was just such a huge weight lifted off.
Now, I always like to say this, especially to graduates, but students as well, that you should you should have some confidence in yourself after completing this program because we know it's not easy. We believe that to grow, you should be challenged. And we know that there's some challenging points in the program, that's for sure. So, do you feel a sense of confidence after graduation?
I do. I really do. I feel like I'm like, okay, now I can take on, applying for jobs. I'm ready to type up reports. I struggled with writing before the program, and I feel a lot better that I'm getting better at it. I'm still, not where I want to be, but I'm definitely a lot better. And so the program has given me that confidence in the writing aspect and the grammar, and which I feel like I should be like, oh, I got this. It's so easy. But as we know, the English language is tricky. And then you add in medical terminology, and it's a whole different animal. And then you're trying to blend the two. And it's like, oh, wow, this is a
That's so
little bit
true.
more complicated than I thought.
Well, I always like to say the medical language is kind of its own language. Like that's why we call it the medical language. It's not just I mean it's derived off of Latin, which, you know, how many people speak Latin?
Not many that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't even actually know of any.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Um, and what advice would you give to new students?
Don't be afraid to jump in there and take that leap. It's overwhelming, but it's so rewarding. And you will be amazed at what you can accomplish if, with a little self belief, determination, you can do anything.
God, ooh, that's some good advice right there. Holy. Oh man, I couldn't have said that better myself. Absolutely. I completely agree with that. Anyone listening, that's it. That's the advice that you should take. Um, so those are the main questions that I have for you. I wanted to thank you so much for coming in and doing this. This is awesome. We'll make a few kind of videos of this and share them on our social media. Is that okay with you?
Oh, absolutely. And thank you so
Awesome.
much for having me. I'm so glad that I could be here.
No, it's great, and I always like to ask this as well. Like, it's all the options always out there. If you wanted to come and be a guest speaker, I know it's a little bit more nerve wracking than this, and speak to students or potential students. Like, we would always love to have our graduates in. To just have a chat and answer some questions. So if you're interested, you can always email me. No pressure. I don't want to make you say yes or no right here. But
Okay.
that's all. We always like to leave that open to all graduates. And obviously, if you need any support, just because you've graduated doesn't mean we're not still here to help. So if you want help, redoing your resume, your cover letter, anything like that. If you need a reference as well, we're always open to doing that as well.
Oh, that's great.
Hmm.
I was thinking about asking because I was like, oh, I was thinking about references because I've been applying for jobs and I have one potential
Oh,
that I
awesome.
just finished the assessment tests for.
Awesome.
Um, and I'm hoping that I will get considered for the next step for the interview process. And I was like, oh, I really should think about, who am I going to use for a reference? So
Right.
it's good to know that I could use you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So you can use myself or an instructor or even our student services department. And that quite frequently helps that if the college is willing to be a reference for you, that can, help stand out. So I always recommend actually putting us as a reference right on your resume, rather than
Oh,
just say, you know, references available upon request. If you put like us down, then that can usually help your application for sure. So feel free.
okay. I will do that for sure. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Well, best of luck. I hope fingers crossed for you to get that position. But Congratulations. I don't feel like I can say congratulations enough for being able to graduate from this program. It's students like you and graduates like you that keep me going personally. Like this is why I do it. I think it's so much fun to have this conversation and hear how your experience was.
Oh, thank you. This interview was great. It was a lot less intimidating and overwhelming. Like I know I repeated myself, but whew, oh, so much better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was
Oh,
going to be
good, good.
a very scary process and like, oh, these fire questions coming at me. But
No,
no, this
no.
was awesome.
We always it's both myself and kind of everyone at the college. Like we want a casualness to everything we do, but obviously keep it, professional as possible. But the casualness I find, even from like a learning perspective, if you ever attend any of the webinars or, in the future you attend any of them, you'll notice there's a like an air of casualness to it because I believe that's a better way to learn. Like no one wants to be like, oh no, when they're in trying to learn or ask questions. It should just be like a fun conversation. That's what I believe anyways.
Oh no, I 100% agree with you. It's because it's hard to learn when you're so tense and you're overthinking everything. Like, how are you going to absorb any information? You're not.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Awesome. Well, I'll let you get back to the rest of your day. Again, thank you so much for doing this. It was fantastic. And again, if you want to be a guest speaker, please reach out.